welcome to another installment of the Dead or Alive 5 Move Exhibition and Question Answering videos! Still no title. I am your hostess, the mostest, the perfect painted pirate pony princess, the badass bitch, Blood13 of the Rooster Teeth website. And this time, we're going to be doing Mila. And she's one of the newer characters from her debut was in the original Dead or Alive 5. So I know nowhere near as much about this character as I have the others, because all the other ones have been at least Dead or Alive 4, I think. I don't think I've played any of the other 5s. So Mila, is an MMA fighter. So she has, like, her MMA outfit, and then, you know, normal outfits, and then all this other shit. And then all kinds of stuff, and it's great and cool. But, you know what? We don't have fucking anything unlocked, so... Except this outfit for some reason, which apparently is just there. Huh. Alright, we're gonna use this outfit, though, because it looks awesome. So the question this time, though, is basically asking me what my opinions are on the state of current gaming affairs. For example, the fact that companies release partial stories and finish them up in paid DLC, or they constantly patch broken release titles, or just gaming culture as a whole. Alright, so I'll go ahead and say it right off the bat. I don't understand why everyone is so whiny and bitchy about it. Because it makes no sense to me. It's a whole concept of they can put something out now, and it doesn't need to be absolutely 100% perfect. Whereas back in the day, like Super Nintendo or something, they had to make the game as perfect as they could, and if it wasn't, then they had to re-release a whole cartridge. Granted, it does lead to, like, laziness in some developers, where they, I guess, feel like they don't need to finish the game. But other times, it's, you know, it's not so much that as it is, like, they're rushing to get the game out because there's somebody above them, corporate-wise, that's demanding it come out. And because of this now, they have an out for if they put it out and something's wrong, they can say, oh, well, we can just fix it. Which, again, people say is a horrible thing because, I don't know, I guess their mentality is, why would you put it out if you didn't know it was perfect? Sometimes you don't get a choice. If somebody says, this game needs to be out by this day, you don't get a fucking choice. You can't sit there and say, well, I want to make sure it works. There's none of that, because then the game would just never get released, because they would cancel your ass. So, to me, it's less a thing of... I'm doing this, by the way, to get her on the other side, so that way the commands are facing the other direction, because it bothers me if they're not. So, it's less a thing of, you know, it's like a sign of people being lazy in development, and more a thing of the people who, like, need this to be done, like the ones who are actually doing it the proper way, are basically just catching shit now for the shitty companies doing it the wrong way. Take, I think it was Assassin's Creed 3, for example. I think it was 3, I can't remember for sure. It might have been Revelations, regardless. There was one thing in that game you have to do where, like, you're randomly an eagle or a bird of some sort flying through a dreamscape, and you have to, like, avoid things. And the 100% synchronization for that scene was to not hit anything. Or not take damage, one of the two. But there was a glitch on release where when you did that, like, some people would have a problem where you could avoid every single thing in the entire little stretch, and all of a sudden at the end of it, when the screen faded to white, like, hey, congratulations, you finished, you would hit something, just mysteriously. There was nothing there, unless it was, like, a back wall, maybe, of, like, the end of basically, like, the programming space. You would hit a back wall, and you would take a tiny amount of damage or something, and you would fail the 100% synchronization, even though you had finished the entire fucking thing perfectly. And, you know, they were able to patch that because it was just a nonsense thing that only some people had a problem with. So, yeah, I'm happy that they were able to patch that. And that was something that, if it only happens to a certain number of people, you could sit in a room and have 1,000 people test a game, and all of a sudden a problem will show up on release that never happened in the testing. Because 1,000 people may not encounter a problem that 1 or 2 or 10 or 100 people would encounter when you spread the game out to release to 1 million people. That's why I think that the entire premise of patching broken games is a good one, because there are times when you just will not know when something's going to happen. There are times when you can't anticipate something's going to happen either, because there are times when you can make a perfect build of a game and test it, and then for some reason when you put all of that onto a disc and ship it out, something goes wrong, and it's nothing that you have control over. And people want to blame it on the developers and say, oh, well, you made a broken game. It's not always the case. Sometimes something just goes wrong. The major example with that are Steam games, because there are games that will come out, and the day they come out, people on Steam have a myriad of horrible problems where the game just doesn't load, or they can't get past the main menu. And it turns into a thing of they're bitching at the developer, saying, well, why would you put this game out if you couldn't fucking make it work on day one for us? What the fuck is wrong with you? They couldn't plan for that, is the answer. They didn't know it was going to happen. If they knew it was going to fucking happen, the game wouldn't have came out. That's not even a move, that's just a fake. But yeah, like I said, they wouldn't have put the game out if they knew it was going to happen. If they had any inkling that that was going to happen, it would not have been released. And that's the fucking point, is they didn't know it was going to happen. They didn't put out a broken game because fuck you PC gamers. They put out a game that was supposed to work and something went wrong. Clearly the game does work, because if you look, it works 100% perfectly fine on consoles, does it not? So something clearly has gone wrong with just the PC release. And it's not something they anticipated to happen. But, as a comment on gaming culture as a whole currently, which spreads to another part of this question, people are just fucking stupid at this point in history. And they think that everything needs to work 100% perfectly the first time, it needs to be 100% perfect the first time, and if it's not, they deserve the right, or they reserve the right, rather, to bitch and complain like whiny little monkey fucks until it gets fixed, pretty much. And even then, they will continue complaining. Because it turns to a whole thing of, oh, well, this game is absolutely perfect in every single way, but there were this many problems at release, so I can't say that I like this game completely. People are basically just, it's reached a point where they demand everything to be perfection, and they demand it all to be their way and only their way, and if it's not, then there's no forgiveness ever. Which, it's completely ridiculous. I don't know if it's because I'm older than the current generation, and I'm starting to see that generation moment where it's like the current generation is just so not what I was raised with that it's like, hang on a second. What am I doing wrong here? During switch step low kick. What? What the fuck? What? Hang on, what is... Okay. Alright. That's complicated. Wow, okay, so she has like a whole entire everything for her. Wow, that was complicated. But yeah, like I said, it's like a whole thing of... I can't seem to do this. Anyways, it's like a generation thing where, like, I'm just not with, like, the current generation in terms of how they think and act and such, because I've just reached that point in age. So, yeah, I have no idea. All I know is people are very stupid to me, and I hate them all, kind of, for it, because it's dumb, the kind of things they complain about. I cannot seem to get this move. There we go. Do I have to do that again? Okay. Okay. So I guess I have to do that exact same thing and then a move. Alright, sure. This'll be easy. Because I got it right the first time. Oh, goddamn, I have to do it again. Oh, stop making me do this! No. Why? Jesus! Hang on, I want to see that again. That was amazing. Wow! Alright, that was cool. I have to do the same move again anyway, so it didn't matter, I guess. So I have to go like this, and then this, and then... Nope! Nope. Hang on, wait. No. This is kind of difficult, actually. Nope. Alright, hang on, I gotta figure this out, because it's a little bit quick. So it's forward, forward, throw, feint, and then this, and then that. And I still mess it up. There we go. Oh look, we're actually at the end of Mila's moves. Wow, okay. So then, let me finish this up really quickly. It may just be generation gap sort of thing, where I don't understand the current generation's everything because they were raised differently than me. And I've just reached that, like, crotchety old woman phase of my life, which seems to be happening faster and faster for each generation, apparently. And it's just that the youth today don't fucking know how good they have it, and they're bitching about everything because they have been introduced into a digital age where everything is available on demand, and when you get it, it's perfect. And when it's not, then everything goes to shit for them. So yeah, that's pretty much my entire everything there. I could go on to things about when games release, and then there's on-disc DLC, which people also get pissed off about. But I'm not gonna go into all that. People just whine and bitch too much. It's all fucking stupid. Everyone's fucking stupid. Be happy with what you have. Quit bitching. Shut up. The end. So that's pretty much the end of it. And I just finished Mila's moves. So there you go. Merry Christmas. Tune in next time for another moveset, another character, and another question.